Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighborhood JaxBlade is back, and be sure to watch the first video, the 3 steps of you need to master those 3 steps before this, because we're covering the 3-leg stool of fitness, and today we're talking about how to get the best effect from your workouts and just how to make them more effective in general. Now that you've mastered your schedule, become disciplined, and got a logbook to monitor your workouts and food, let's figure out what type of fitness is great for you. Are you trying to get like a bodybuilder fitness model-esque body? Are you trying to just be athletically lean? Or are you just trying to be healthy and fit and have higher energy? Each of those is a very respectable goal, and while you should try to exercise every single day, you should at least get 3 days minimum of exercise of trying your best. And note, when I say exercise every single day, like what I basically mean by that is, like I explained in the last video about the neural pathways, you need to constantly say, I want to exercise, get into a habit, and after 30 days, something becomes a habit. So like what I would suggest doing is, working out throughout the week, and then on the weekends or days where you need to rest, you're going to have to I would just suggest going for a brisk walk or doing some yoga or something like that just to keep you active. It's an exercise, but it's not very taxing. That'll make the neural pathways even stronger, and then you'll be like, I don't want to quit working out. I actually really enjoy this. But again, if you're just oh my god, I can't move, I can't do anything whatsoever, oh god, why am I doing this to myself? Then yeah, definitely take a break off and just whatever. That's just my honest suggestion of what I think works for helping people stay consistent. Especially if you're a beginner, you're gonna be super sore if you've never worked your muscles before. Like, god damn, I remember my first time, my arms were stuck like this, like a freaking action figure. I was so mad, I was just trying to take a poop and wipe my butt, but I was like, oh my god, I cannot freaking move all. It was so painful the first week. So I'm just gonna give you guys, that's gonna happen for the first week if you're an absolute beginner and never worked out before. So just expect that. And leg day, oh my god, don't even get me started on leg day. Leg day, oh, I hate the toilet after that. That first leg day I ever did, ooh, I mean, I would say my legs are probably the best part of my body. Man, go ahead, calm the fuck down. You already know you're the best. I'll put you some blondes later. But never give up when you're working out. That's think of it like this. You're breaking down the muscle and now you're coming back stronger. So literally think of it like every time you work out and you feel really sore, you're getting a Zenkai boost when you train and recover. And over the next 2 days when we cover nutrition and sleep, that's going to make your workouts even better. But for right now, we'll cover your workouts, which should be composed of resistance training, cardio, and flexibility. Maybe you're a push-pull leg split type of person. I mean, you do pushing exercises one day, pulling exercises the next, and then leg exercises all on the other day. This is great for recovery and also great for just building muscle for beginners because it hits everything and gives adequate rest. Or maybe you're a full body type of trainer where you can work your full body every other day, and then that's great for building muscle and for burning fat as you're working more of your body, like you're literally working your entire body every other day. Or maybe you want to do a bro split where you work chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, shoulders on Wednesday, Thursday, legs, then arms Friday, and just have a split like that. That's great for bodybuilders starting out or trying to build muscle. Or maybe you're along the lines of person who likes to do calisthenics 5 days a week. Yeah, and with calisthenics you can actually do pretty daily, but a lot of the great guys always mention, like the bar stars, they talk about doing calisthenics 5 days a week straight because hitting calisthenics is different than working with weight training. It's strenuous, but it's not as strenuous, like where you can't recover properly. So maybe that's what's up there for you. But those are just a few well-known splits that have been known to help people quite a great deal when they're trying to achieve their fitness goals. After we pick the resistance training you're most likely to like, then we move on to what type of cardio is best for you. 3 main types of cardio are low intensity steady state, aka LISS, and then there's moderate pace like jogging or running, just at a moderate pace, and then there's HIIT cardio, which is 50 and 20 minutes high intensity interval training, and that's pretty short but very intense. Now, each of these cardios have their own pros and cons. For example, LISS cardio is phenomenal just for fat loss and people who are overweight or really old people or bodybuilders in general, because all it does is it burns just fat. Because it's so low impact, all the calories you're burning is coming from fat. So you can get on the stair climber or walk at an incliner and just go outside and walk for an hour, and that is just very therapeutic, and you can do so much. What I personally do is I watch my Netflix app or my Crunchyroll app, which is really sucky because I'm not getting paid by them to say that, but I honestly do that, guys. It's not like a product placement yet. So it's one of those things where I do it and I enjoy it. But the only con about doing it is since it takes a long time, and it's not going to make you super athletic. It's not going to make you like a freaking athlete jumping from wall to wall. So that's what I would say is one of the negative things about doing LISS cardio. It can be kind of boring and it's not going to make you super athletic. But it does burn a ton of fat. A ton of my bodybuilder friends preach about doing LISS before getting ready for a contest. Next will be moderate pace cardio, pretty much running, jogging, swimming, laps, or jumping rope moderately. The benefit of this is like it mainly works your heart and lung endurance. So this is like typical zombie apocalypse thing. Like it'll make you run longer and faster. But the thing about this is that is not your main source of energy when you're running. It's actually the glucose from carbs you've eaten throughout the day. So the fact that when you're running, your body has to keep like using glucose to keep you going. That's why you're mainly working on your heart and lungs. Like you will burn some fat, but it's not going to be as much as if you were doing sprints or if you were just doing brisk walking. So like that's the only negative thing about it. Also, doing it every single day like could lead to some injuries, like overuse injuries. So I would suggest doing like moderate pace running 4 days a week. This is phenomenal for people who are like, you know, combatants, fighters, where they need to have tons of endurance. It's going to help you have a nice, healthy heart and lungs, so you'll be able to go further and longer. Then we move on to HIIT cardio, and HIIT cardio is just high intensity interval training, and this is very intense. So like, let's say the way we do this is we warm up 5 minutes, then we do 2 minutes at a moderate pace, and then we would do like 1 minute super hardcore high intensity, gotta go as fast as I can. So like a great way to do this, if you like have a jump rope or something like that. Yeah, I'll use jump rope as an example. Let's say you warm up 5 minutes jump roping normal, then you jump rope like at a moderate pace for like 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds you go as fast as you can, like as fast as you can freaking go for 30 seconds. And what this does is this puts your body in such a high intense state of like training that you're actually gonna burn fat for longer on. Like you can actually burn fat for up to 48 hours afterwards because it's such an intense strain you just put on your body. So the pros and cons of HIIT would be, the pros are it's short, you get more bang for your butt, you like feel like you accomplished something like doing it, and you're going to be breaking a sweat because it's such high intensity, and you like will keep burning fat over and over and afterburn effect. But also the cons are, if you're not athletic or like you have injuries, it's easier to become injured doing HIIT training. And also if like this is a serious thing, will it happen? Like if you're really out of shape and try doing a HIIT, you could potentially, you know, lose your life. Because there was people, I'm not even making a joke about that. There was a person who was thought like, oh, I can do HIIT while I'm not that in shape, and they ended up having a heart attack because it was just such a strain. So I'm gonna say this to you, like always know your limits and always know like when to go, all right, this is safe, this is dangerous. So always watch yourself. Lists you can do every day because it's so low impact and you literally just walk every day for like an hour just briskly. Or you could do moderate pace cardio, which is like 4 or 5 days a week. If you're on track, maybe you can do it more often, but I just suggest 4 to 5 days a week for getting the great results. And then for HIIT cardio, 2 to 3 days a week whenever you want, and then it's just going to be super intense and short. Make sure it's only 15 and 20 minutes. Like that's the best part of it. Then, because flexibility is very important, you need to work on it by doing it like 3 days a week. And what I suggest is, also you can find so many yoga videos to do, or just like a light stretching routine. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a Tough Like the Tunes for Luffy, which will be a stretching routine. So there you go. You have that to look forward to in 2017. Also, key things to ask yourself when working out. Is this too easy? Can I go further? Is this too difficult? Will I injure myself if I keep going, which will prevent me from doing another workout? Am I getting stronger? Do I need to add more reps? Do I need to add more weight? Like, this exercise should cause this effect, so am I doing it right? Questions like those are important to every single training session so that you know you're doing your best while still being challenged. One of the key things to helping you get the best results possible is how you time your rest, because not enough people do this. This is one of the biggest things that I noticed, that if people would fix it, they would be making way better results. A lot of people go to the gym and they get rather distracted, like either talking to people.
Hey, yo, Mac, you see that new episode of Keijo last night? Yeah, I did see that new episode of Keijo, bro. Man, the zombie unleashed that crazy ass move, literally.
Hey, y'all talking about Keijo over there?
Yeah, we all talking about Keijo over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love anime teddies.
And so now your rest has been compromised because you can't focus because these people are trying to talk to you and start a conversation when you're trying to make a game. So there's 3 different types of rest you can do. If you want more of a cardiovascular workout, then rest no longer than 30 to 45 seconds in between sets. And if you want more muscle-based, I want to grow some muscle type workout, then rest no longer than 70 seconds to 90 seconds. And if you're just trying to be a power lifter and all you want is just pure strength and power, then all you would do is you would lift really heavy weight, like something you can only do 1 to 2 reps with, and then you would rest 2 to 5 minutes in between sets. But that's only if you're lifting super, super heavy weight. That leads me to the next topic of rep ranges to choose. And this is one of the things can go either way. Like I always say, like every body is unique with it, but I'll just give you the average for most people. If you get 1 to 4 reps for a thing and then hit muscle failure, then that's building primarily power and strength. If you're doing 5 to 8 reps, that's building primarily strength and some muscle. If you're doing 8 to 12 reps, that's primarily building just muscle. And then if you're doing 15 or higher, that's building some muscle and a lot of muscular endurance. When I say those final reps, I mean like that means you hit that rep and you could do no more with good form. You shouldn't just do 8 to 12 reps and think you can build muscle. Like if you can do more than that, then definitely do it. It means like once you hit 8 reps or once you hit 12 reps, you can't do any more with good form. That means that you've like exhausted the muscle, because muscles grow from time under tension. So that's one of the key things why doing repetitions with moderate pace weight is going to help you get bigger than faster. Like that's one of the main things they do. But again, that's debatable. Honestly, I say do a test on your body and figure out what rep ranges work for you, because there are so many people that say like, oh, I do like 1,000 push-ups a day and I do like this, but then they're not taking into account like genetics and other stuff. But like the rep ranges are not set in stone. That's why I'm gonna make it very clear. Like you could probably, if you make results off a certain rep range and not in the other one, then yeah, go ahead. That's great. Like remember, like I always say, every body is different and reacts differently. So it's up to you to figure out how your body works, because fitness is not a one size fit all, as everyone always tries to make it seem. One of the best ways I've ever heard this put was a quote by Brandon Carter. So if I say 2 + 2 = 4, and then you come up to me and say, no, 3 + 1 = 4, and it's the only way to hit 4, and anyone who thinks otherwise is a fucking moron, that's stupid, because there are infinite ways to reach 4. There are infinite ways. Like, so there are so many ways. That's the same thing with fitness. There are so many ways to achieve the same outcome. You just have to find your own way. Examples, think of Bruce Lee, Herschel Walker, Mike Tyson, and Jack freaking LaLanne. All of them didn't follow like the standard media, and they all became like legendary like status with what they can accomplish. Now remember, I know some people's schedules are going to be like, well, I can only work out for this certain amount of time. Well, you can work out 15-20 minutes a day. Anyone who says you cannot get a good workout in 15-20 minutes has never done 15 minutes of burpees. Don't believe me? Try it. As a matter of fact, I have a workout coming next week to show you just how intense that could be. Also, I don't want you to think like I don't know how hard it is to work through, because I freaking do, okay? I worked 6 fucking years at Burger King while going to college full-time, working there full-time, while training myself and also training clients I have for personal training. So it was one of those things where I really had to discipline myself and mentally want it. Like, it was a great way for me. Like, remember that transformation video I did? Like, that is one of the things I was like really going, I have to make a change in my life. Like, there's no excuses. The only one I should worry about is myself. Like, I can't let all these outside forces I control. And that little bit of working out I did was so therapeutic, because I was stressed from work, school, friends, and just like, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to get into that because it's personal. But it was just one of those things where I understood that I wanted to make this difference in my life. And it was taxing and it was hard, but I made the choice. I made the effort and I made the results. I know it sounds cliche and cheesy, but you honestly can do this. You just have to mentally go there. You have to make it go. Like, first off, like, if you remember, a lot of people have been in your shoes before and they made it. They made it, okay? They can do this. So, like, think of it like this. Also, it makes your damn story better. So you can be like, dude, I worked 8 hours at job, 8 hours of work, still was able to train and still make myself great. And now I'm able to make this accomplishment. That is such a great accomplishment for when you walk out of the storm. Think of how much stronger you'll become. Well, I hope today's video helped make your workouts more effective. And be sure, like I said in other videos, tomorrow we're going to cover nutrition. And then after that, we're covering sleep for the next few days, because this is going to just help you make 2017 your year. And remember, like I always say, if you want to follow me, you always follow me on my social media accounts below. And remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, and don't forget, moment time. Tomorrow, we're going to learn how to eat clean the fun way.